Leela and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to learn how to velvet chicken. Now, velveting chicken is a process in which we actually coat each piece of chicken that's going to be used in our stir fry. And this makes it velvety and silky and smooth, kind of like the chicken that you get at a Chinese takeout when you order like garlic chicken, how smooth and velvety it is. Well, that is what we are going to do today. So this is just a process that you do before you add your meat to the stir fry so that the meat comes out with a smooth and silky texture. So we're going to go ahead, and the first thing we need to do is cut up our chicken, and then we're going to marinate it for about 30 minutes. So now we have our 3 breasts of chicken, which is about 1.5 pounds. And what we're going to do is we are going to trim all of the fat off and then just cut it up into cubes. Now once the chicken is cut, I like to put it into a container that has a tight-fitting lid. So I'm going to put all of these chicken cubes into my container. Now here I have pre-measured our marinating ingredients. We have a quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sherry, an egg white, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and a ½ tablespoon of stir-fry oil. So what we want to do is first add the salt and just sprinkle it in. And then using your hands, mix the salt into all of the chicken pieces, making sure to coat all of them. And this is why using your hands is great, because you can actually feel the salt getting onto each of the pieces of chicken. Okay, next we want to add the sherry. So what we'll do is we'll pour that in there like that. And again, using your hands to coat all of the pieces of chicken. Okay, now this is the important one, the egg white. What we want to do with the egg white is we want to, again, pour it in, but now this time, using your hands, we want to just gently stir it in. We don't want to froth it, because what happens is if we froth the egg here, it will end up making the chicken hard actually in the final dish. So we just want to kind of lightly stir that in, making sure it coats each piece of the chicken. Okay, now the next thing we're going to add in is the cornstarch. Now the cornstarch, you just want to shake it a little bit and make sure it kind of hits all the pieces. And then we just kind of use our fingers and brush it around here. And then again, stir it in slowly, trying to get each piece coated with that cornstarch. So you just want to coat each piece. Again, making sure to do it slowly because that egg white is in there. You do not want to froth that egg white. So you kind of want to slowly stir this in and making sure to coat each piece all at the same time. It is a bit difficult, but that's why I say using your hands makes this so much easier, because if you were to use a spoon or a fork, it would be that much more difficult. Okay, I'm going to make sure coat that through, and once you can feel and see, once you have it all mixed in and coated together, then what you want to do is take your stir fry oil. Add that in. And again, using your hands, mix it up. Okay, there you have it. Now that is the process of marinating the chicken to be velveted. Okay, and now what we're going to do is just put the lid onto this container, and we're going to let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then we will velvet it using the frying technique of velveting. There are two techniques. There is frying and boiling, but for this dish we are going to use the frying technique. Here we are at my outside wok station, and this is where I do most of my frying and stir frying, just to keep the mess down in the kitchen. So this is a great little grill with a little burner on it. But as you can see, my oil has been heating, and what I want to do is actually turn it down to medium heat, because we do not want to overcook the chicken, and we actually don't even want it to sizzle. So we turn the oil down to medium. Okay, so now we have our oil heated to a medium heat, and again, we don't want it to sizzle, we just want it to gently cook the chicken. So what we're going to do is add about half of the chicken into the wok. And now we just slowly let the chicken cook for about 30 seconds. And again, we don't want it to sizzle, we just want it to lightly cook in the oil. And then once it turns white, you want to slowly take it out and place it on a plate and let it drain. Then after we take out half of the chicken, we put in the other half of the chicken to be cooked. So once you have all of your chicken velveted, it is now ready to be used in any of your delicious stir fries.